And for the first time in history, WNBA games will be played in the United Center. The Chicago Sky will host the Indiana Fever at the UC on Saturday, June 7th, and on Sunday, July 27th. The highly anticipated games will feature Fever star Caitlin Clark against the Sky's very own Angel Reese. The largest attendance at a Sky game ever happened in 2016 at Allstate Arena with more than 16,000 fans. While the United Center can fit more than 20,000, so more fans can get in on the action. Tickets go on sale on March.
Angel Reese insists that women's basketball isn't just about one player. But the Chicago Sky just delivered a harsh reality check. They didn't just relocate a game, they made history by bringing their matchup with the Indiana Fever to the iconic United Center, home of the Chicago Bulls. And why? Because of Caitlin Clark? No one else. Not Angel Reese, not anyone.
Here's Clark. She fires and goal! Wow!
This isn't a subtle message. It's a giant neon sign flashing across the WNBA. Clark is the main attraction. And even teams that say otherwise are capitalizing on her star power. But here's where it gets interesting. Before Caitlin Clark, the WNBA struggled to fill seats.
Platforms on Tuesday night, making it the most watched WNBA game on ESPN Network since the WNBA debut of the Phoenix Mercury star, Diana Taurasi. Passing Diana Taurasi, what a way to start the season.
Well, I mean, listen, this girl...
Let alone pull off headline-grabbing moves like this? Now, tire franchises are reshaping their business strategies around her. Angel Reese and her camp might want to look away because the truth stings. Clark is the game changer, and the Chicago Sky just made that crystal clear. Buckle up, folks, because we're diving headfirst into the controversy shaking up the basketball world.
The Stephen A. Smith Show right here over the digital airways of YouTube and, of course, iHeartRadio. Let me get to some sports items. That's my wheelhouse. I got a few things on my mind, actually. I didn't mention it in my cold open, but I'm going to mention it now, and that's Caitlin Clark herself of the WNBA. Let's get to the WNBA and this sensational rookie from the Indiana Fever who continues to be box office. Clark and the Fever currently lead the WNBA in average game attendance and per game TV viewership. But despite the attendance and viewership records, there seems to be some haterade in the league.
Let's be real, the Chicago Sky's decision to move their game against Caitlin Clark's Indiana Fever to the United Center wasn't just a business move, it was a statement. This isn't just another Gamit's history. The first ever WNBA game at the United Center. And there's only one reason it's happening. Caitlin Clark. Angel Reese has been pushing the idea that she and other players deserve just as much credit for the league's growth. But if that were true, why hasn't Chicago made these moves for anyone else? The reality is clear. The WNBA has changed because of one player, Caitlin Clark. And this isn't just about selling a few extra tickets. It's about doubling stadium capacity to meet the insane demand for Clark's games. The league has had elite talent for years, but no single player has ever sparked this level of interest. Reese wants to believe that women's basketball isn't about just one person. But if that were the case, why isn't Chicago expanding for any other matchups? The truth is, this is Caitlin Clark's world. Everyone else is just playing in it. Need proof? Let's talk numbers. The average attendance for WNBA games without Caitlin Clark, 8,490 fans. Games with Caitlin Clark, 85% higher. Just throwing that out there. Before Clark, the WNBA averaged around **** 6,600 fans per game now. We're seeing sold-out arenas and record-breaking viewership. When Clark steps on the court, it's not just a Gamit's an event. United Center move is just the latest proof that, whether the WNBA wants to admit it or not, they're riding the Caitlin Clark wave. Before she entered the league, WNBA games struggled to break into the mainstream. Sure, there was a loyal fan base, but let's be honest, Most games barely made a ripple outside of hardcore circles. Now, Clark isn't just playing basketball. She's redefining the game, rewriting the business model, and forcing the entire league to level up. Matchups were competitive before, sure, but they lacked that must-watch factor. Some arenas were half empty, TV ratings were stagnant, and media coverage was minimal. But now the entire landscape has shifted, and one name sits at the center of it all, Caitlin Clark, with the first pick in the 2024 WNBA draft. Commissioner Kathy Engelbert made it official. Clark's arrival wasn't just big, it was a cultural shift. Attendance skyrocketed overnight. Merch sales flew off the shelves. Networks scrambled to lock in WNBA broadcast rights. And ticket prices. They surged 2 levels no one had ever seen before. And here's the kicker: entire teams restructured their business models just to accommodate her presence. Angel Reese might argue that no one player defines the league, but the numbers tell a different story. Take Indiana's opening game against the New York Liberty as Exhibit AA, staggering. 177,000 fans, packed Gainbridge Fieldhouse, creating an atmosphere typically reserved for NBA playoffs or A-list concerts. Still skeptical about Clark's influence? Let's look at 2 teams that literally changed where they play just to capitalize on her arrival. The Atlanta Dream shifted their game against Indiana from their usual Gateway Center arena to State Farm Arena, home of the Atlanta Hawks. Here's Van Loo getting Edwards on the move. Got it. The defense will definitely be a key factor in this matchup. Wallace from the corner knocks it down. Boston off the pick and roll hesitates, then finishes with ease. Meanwhile, the Washington Mystics didn't hesitate to make their own move, shifting their games to Capital One Arena, home of the Wizards. Bigger venues, more seats, more money. Let's be real, these venue changes aren't happening because of Angel Reese. They're not happening for Aja Wilson, Breena Stewart, or even GOAT-level legends like Diana Taurasi. The WNBA has been around for over 2 decades. But never in its history has it generated even a fraction of the views it's pulling in for the 2024 season. Yes, you heard that right. And in case you're wondering about the numbers, try 1.4 million average viewers in 2024. That's not just an increase. That's an explosion of interest. At the end of the day, the WNBA is a business, and businesses follow the dollars. Right now, every financial trend, sponsorship deal, and sold-out arena points back to one undeniable force: Caitlin Clark. In a viral interview, she pushed back against the narrative, insisting that the WNBA's surge isn't just about Caitlin Clark. She argued that players like herself deserve just as much credit for the league's rise.